Hi everyone, it's me Maggie. I haven't been on my channel for a while because my computer was broken and I couldn't edit videos. So I'm going to be having some So I'm going to have some videos being sent your way pretty soon. It's going to be really exciting. This is my sister Molly, as you well know, because I put up a video with her and my mom this summer. And we are going to be doing a Christmas book tag.
1. Anticipation. Do you want me to read this whole thing? Yes. The Christmas excitement is real. What book releases are you most anticipating?
You can go first.
Okay, well, my anticipation will not be realized until the year 2018. But, the book that I'm excited about, Labyrinth of the Spirits, which is part of a series by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. It's the 4th book that he wrote, and they kind of go out of order. There's the first book, and then there's a prequel, and then there's a sequel, and then this will be the last book. I looked it up and found out it's not coming out in English until 2018, so, but at least I know now.
You should just learn Spanish, right? Is it Spanish?
It's in Spanish.
Yeah.
I know
a little bit. My most anticipated book of 2017, at least I think it's coming out in 2017. It's the second book of The Crown's Game by Evelyn Skye. And I just love this book so much. It's kind of like the Night Circus, with its magic and the dueling, and I just want to know what happens next. I really want it in my possession.
Christmas songs and carols. What book or author can you not help but sing its praises? Should I go first again? Do you want to switch it up?
Oh my gosh, we can switch it up. The author book series that I have to talk about is Sarah J. Maas by It's Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Which kind of rhymes a little bit.
100% it rhymes.
Yeah, isn't that nice? I just recently picked up the series and I love it so much, and I think that this author is spectacular, and she's such an amazing writer. Like, I just really like how she writes, and I've talked to my friends about it, and I'm like, I don't know if that's what I'm interested in, aka my sister here.
Is this the assassin one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so she's not into it, but it's okay, because I love it, so.
Okay, the book that I cannot help but sing the praises is the first book that I was talking about. It's called The Shadow of the Wind, and it also is really beautiful. It has these, like, gorgeous red pages. Gosh. It's kind of like, not quite fantasy. Well, it focuses on this boy in Barcelona in the 50s, I think. And he goes to this place called the Cemetery of Forgotten Books. So it's like a book about a book, which I also really like. And it's written really, really beautifully. And I think maybe that has to do with how it was written in Spanish first. I don't know. But he is also an amazing writer. Okay. Gingerbread Houses. What book or series has a wonderful world building?
Wonderful world building. Okay, do you want to go first this time?
Yeah, I do. This book is called A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. And
I'm currently reading it.
Yes, at my recommendation. Fantastic world building. It takes place in London, but there's several worlds that are kind of layered on top of each other, and certain people in this world that's been created can travel between the Londons. So it's really, really good how V.E. Schwab, like, describes the different Londons in comparison to each other is a plus.
Mm-hmm. Oh!
Spanish!
My author/series that I'm talking about is An Ember in the Ashes series by Sabah Tahir, and this book takes place in, like, Roman Empire type situation. This book switches between perspectives. The first book has 2 different perspectives, and this book switches between 3 characters, so 3 different perspectives. And you just, like, learn so much more about the world, I feel, when you have multiple perspectives in a book.
A Christmas Carol. Favorite classic or one that you want to read?
So my favorite classic is one that I read recently for school, and I read it in August, and it is Emma by Jane Austen. And I just love this book so much because I love Jane Austen's writing. She's so witty, and it's just so, what word do I want? It's so applicable to, like, so many situations, and I think that's why there's so many retellings of Jane Austen books. And a book that I haven't read that I really want to read is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Like, I really should read it.
Don't you have it?
I have it on my shelf. But Emma's my favorite classic that I've read, and I'm really happy that my school made me read it.
The classic that I really want to read. I haven't read it yet. I don't know if everybody would consider it a classic, but I think it's a classic within its genre of magical realism. It's called The Master and Margarita by Mikhail Bulgakov, Russian.
Nice.
And it's about the devil visits Moscow. So I don't really know anything beyond that, but it was recommended to me, actually. I read The Shadow of the Wind and loved it so much and, like, had a total book hangover from it and could not think of anything to read. So I went to Powell's and told the, like, salesperson my situation. Yeah. And she recommended a number of magical realism books, and this was one of the ones that I got, and then I ended up reading something else. So I haven't read it yet, but I am very excited to give it a go. Christmas sweets. What book would you love to receive for Christmas? The book that I really want to receive for Christmas is A Gathering of Shadows, which is the sequel to A Darker Shade of Magic that I was talking about, the different Londons. So the sequel, they had, like, the first chapter of it at the end of the book, you know? Yeah. And so it looks like it's going to focus more on, like, the secondary main character. So there was a main character, secondary main character.
On the
girl.
Oh, I love her!
Yes. And I also really love her.
Yeah.
And so she seems like she's more the focus in the sequel.
Lila.
Yep.
The book I want most for Christmas is Three Dark Crowns by Kendar Blake. And I wasn't actually really anticipating this release. It was released like a month ago, I want to say. And it's a fantasy book about three... like, I don't know, every generation, there's three sisters that have to battle it out to become queen. And it's like a dark novel. Three dark crowns. Kind of dark novel. I have two sisters, so I think it would be a really interesting read. So I am really looking forward to maybe getting that for Christmas.
It was, like, really hurting on the outside. Candles in the Window. What book gives you the warm, fuzzy feeling?
So my book that gives me the warm, fuzzy feelings is a recent read for me. I just finished Ruby Red by Kirsten Gier, and I absolutely love this book. It, like, reminded me of, like, the feelings that I got when I read Meg Cabot books in middle school. So, like, I was just so enthralled the whole entire time, and I was just, like, had a warm, fuzzy feeling, and I, like, had this, like, direct connection to the character, even though we have nothing in common. So, like, whenever something happened that was, like, embarrassing, I would squeal.
These are both books that when I went to college, I brought with, because I was like, well, I didn't think that I really could bring too many, like, for fun books to college, because, like, it's hard to move books around, and so I just brought books that, like, almost all books that I had read before and could just, like, reread when I need to be, like, happy.
Yeah.
And so, you can see that. These have been well loved. I think I first read this book when I was probably, like, 9. Two Princesses of Bamar, unsure, about two sisters that are princesses, and one of them is already really badass, and then the other one becomes badass, so. What more could you want?
Character development is the best.
And this is Hawk Song.
Oh my god, I love Hawk Song.
Like, I'm embarrassed to say I read it like a week ago in one day.
Hey.
Yeah, it's about these people that like they're like
it's a fantasy.
Like, it's a fantasy, yeah. They're like warring peoples, and like there's like the snake people and the bird people.
Yep.
And then they have to like they've been at war forever, and then like the prince and princess like decide to marry to like form peace, and it's terrible.
No, I
think I've read this book.
Books like that.
I think I've actually read this book probably 5 or 6 times. Oh, but do not read any of the other books.
I didn't, and I stayed happy.
Don't read them. I think it's a trilogy. Don't read them. Only read this one. Christmas trees and decorations. What are some of your favorite book covers? Okay, it looks better in hardback, but I got the advanced reader copy. But it's The Queen of the Night. It's about an opera singer, and this is part of the reason why I love the cover. This photograph is a photograph of a real person that's in the novel, because it's historical fiction.
Oh, yeah.
So that's cool. That's one of them. And then this is The First 15 Lives of Harry August, which 90% of why I love this cover is because I love the title.
Yeah.
It's about this man who relives lives his life over and over again. He gets, like, reborn in the same situation, and his lives progress differently based on his actions and stuff, but, like, he's always born in the same situation and the same year, and so this is about his first 15 lives, and it's very, very...
I've been meaning to read that one.
It's a really, really good book, and it's very interesting. It makes you think, which I like.
So the first one I found was Jacoby by William Ritter, and I love this cover because it has the two main characters on it, and I just love the silhouette. Ugh, it's just... I think it's a beautiful
and this
cover.
part's, like, shiny.
And then the next one I have also not read yet, but I just got it, is 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray. And this is another one that's just really pretty. So it's about this girl that travels between dimensions. So this looks like modern world, kind of, and then this just looks like, oh my god. It's just a really beautiful cover, and I love it so much, and it really draws the eye. And I like...
Oh, it's like the Kremlin down here.
Yeah. So I thought that it was, like, between present and past because it's, like, boring buildings up here, and then it's, like, beautifulness. But I'm guessing it's, like,
Russia.
A bunch of things matched together? I don't know. Because this is England.
Yeah.
Or London. I recognize that building from Sherlock.
Christmas joy. What are some of your favorite things about Christmas and or some of your favorite Christmas memories?
And something that I love about Christmas, too, is that our grandparents always instilled a love for books for us.
Mm-hmm. Only you.
Only me. I was
the rest of us
special child. And they would always give the grandchildren Borders gift cards for the day after Christmas, and then we would all go as a family to Borders and pick out books and whatever you wanted. Grandparents unfortunately passed away a little bit ago, but our parents still, like, keep on the tradition.
Yeah, like, all of the aunts and uncles get their gift cards for their kids, and then we still all go together.
Yeah, and Borders is shut down, so we now go to Barnes & Noble, but I still love that we keep that tradition, and it's just such a nice way to, like, bring us all together.
Well, plus our family is so huge that, like, you just, like, walk up and down any aisle, and there's gonna be somebody from our family.
Yep.
A Christmas memory that I have is also a tradition, wherein, my older sister and one of our cousins often, especially when Maggie was little, would make a homemade video movie.
It was my favorite gift I got every single year.
And they were always so terrible.
And that's why I love them so much.
And they were like a spoof of something that Maggie was interested in. So one year, the first year we did
Sleeping Beauty.
Oh yeah, that was just like...
But that was... Like, that
didn't
don't really count.
We don't count that one. That was dark time. The first real one was Nancy Drew, because she was reading all the Nancy Drew books. Then the last one that we did was Sherlock Holmes and Stephanie Plum book series.
Which is another series that I love.
It's like, they're like comedic murder mysteries.
Yeah.
Anyway, and so that's always so fun, and like they're always just so terrible. We don't even like try to act. And this year we were thinking about our three sisters making one for our cousin that used to always help make them.
Because she would never expect that.
No. It's going to be a huge surprise.
And I always wanted to be a part of this because I could hear them film, but like I would have to have my headphones on and like play really loud music so I didn't hear any lines.
Yeah.
But I always wanted to be a part of it, and now I get to be a part of it. So that was our Christmas book tag. Feel free to do it also. I thought it was really nice. 8 questions. Yep. 8 questions. And maybe do it with a family member because because that's what Christmas is all about.
Family
or a holiday time. Is being with your freaking family. If you like the videos that I put up, make sure to subscribe and also like this video if you liked it too. And I come out with a video every single Friday. I promise I will actually come out with videos every single Friday now that my computer is fixed. And have an amazing day, everyone.
Bye!